7 years ago, I was diagnosed with a very life-threatening squamous cell carcinoma tumor of my entire lower jaw, bone, and soft palate, and ended up being treated at MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston, an absolutely phenomenal place, and those folks changed my life, saved it, and also changed it. The treatment was thermonuclear war on my head and neck, basically. They described it as first they were going to do a very experimental dose of chemotherapy, 3 doses actually, and to poison the tumor as much as they could. And of course, as you all know, when you poison tumors, you also poison everything else around it. The good news for that treatment is that it killed the tumor. It did a lot of collateral damage, which I'll talk about in a moment, but it killed the tumor. And I thought I was home free because the next 2 parts didn't seem very attractive of this therapy that they were proposing, which was to remove my lower jaw entirely and replace it with a fibula bone from my leg and skin grafts off my leg. And as you can see, they did that. And this chin is actually thigh skin, and it's all held together by a fibula bone, which is broken and has titanium plates to computer model to match my old original jaw. And then after that, it was 6 weeks of daily radiation, which in many ways was probably the worst part of the whole thing. By the time I got to it, of course, I was pretty beaten up, and the reserves weren't there. The bottom line for all of this is that it all worked. There's a lot of collateral damage along the way, as I mentioned, and for example, in radiation, your skin just is burned to a crisp. And I asked about skin products that I could use to at least mitigate some of the horrible reaction I was having. He gave me a bag of all kinds of over-the-counter salves and creams and so forth. And I tried everything, and I mean everything, and nothing worked, not a thing. I got no relief from any of it, and it's all, products that you see all the time as claiming to help with this kind of stuff, these kinds of collateral damage from radiation, and it doesn't. A friend of mine introduced me to Steve and to Greg McGuire and to the whole NeoGenesis line. And I must say, I have had phenomenal success with it. Two examples. One is that one of the other parts of the collateral damage was horrible tongue lesions from the radiation. And there's an oral, this group has an oral cream that has essentially shut those lesions down. I do not have them anymore. And if I do get them because of a prosthesis, irritating my tongue or something like that, it goes away within a matter of maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, whereas before it was 2.5 to 4 months before I got any relief naturally. And of course, they're scary. When you get those lesions, you think about maybe the cancer is coming back. So not having them is a good thing. Another example was redness in my cheeks. You can still see some, but before I started using the NeoGenesis product, I looked like, a raving drunk, and just all red and inflamed. The redness is dialed down. It has not gone away, and there's not the dermatology folks and my medical team at MD Anderson think it probably never will go completely away. But at least I look a lot better. And I'm excited about being alive every day, and I'm excited about being part of this group that's doing some really interesting things that have clearly helped me already.